विधाता इस जग में भाग्य बनाने आया। ब्रह्मा ने अपने बच्चों को शिक्षाओं से सजाया। मीठे बच्चों, प्यारे बच्चों, ज्ञान की राह है न्यारी। मीठे बच्चों, प्यारे बच्चों, ज्ञान की राह है न्यारी।
यहाँ फिर सिर्फ ज्ञान है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है। बाकी देखो कैसे कैसे बैठी है बुद्धि है बेचारी, हाँ? इनको भगवान पर आए रहे हैं। ऊंचे से ऊंचा भगवत, फिर ऊंचे ऊंचा है प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा। तो ये बरोबर है नहीं कि बंदर हनुमानों ने बूटी लाई। वास्तव में हो तो तुम सभी हनुमान ना, जो बूटी लाई है सुजीत करने की, नाथ खास और सारी विश्वाम। तो ये बूटी है ना, इसको कहा जाता है संजीवनी बूटी। समझा नहीं? ये जो मनमना भव में जाजी भव है, ये है संजीवनी बूटी। और तुम सभी हो भारत के हनुमान। अभी हनुमान बन रहे हो, अभी पक्के नहीं बने हो जो माया हिलाए तो इन न सके नहीं। अभी तो ऐसे कच्चे हैं, मैं थोड़े ऐसे इशारा कर तो गिर पड़ते हैं, डर पड़ते हैं, ऐसे कमजोर है। माया बजाते से बजाते हैं। अभी है माया को जीतने के बाद इनको सभी इन ऐसे बुद्धियों को जीतना है। सिर्फ कैसे? बस जो इंतजाम किया है भक्ति मार्ग में आधा कल बाबा याद दिलाते हैं कि आज भक्ति मार्ग में तुम बच्चों ने ये जन्म जन्मांतर या बाबा आप जब आएंगे तो बस आप ही बनेंगे, दूसरा न कोई। अभी जब कहता हूं बस शिव बाबा को याद करो। बाप तो चाहेगा नहीं कि मेरे मीठे बच्चे मेरे को फॉलो करें, राजा जरूर बने, महाराजा जरूर बने। तो क्या होता है? इधर लज्जा आ जाओगे, क्योंकि यहाँ बच्चे कहते हैं हम महाराजा महारानी बनेंगे। थोड़ा ही रोज के बाद जब समय आएगा, साक्षात्कार की भी चटपटी लगेगी, तो देखेंगे कि हम तो बहुत जलाश जाके प्रजा में पड़े हैं, तो फिर लग जाएंगी और इतना टाइम मिलेगा नहीं जो याद में रहे अच्छी तरह से। सतो प्रधान बन जावे और फिर प्रजा भी बनाए जावे, पीछे तू लेट हो जाएंगे ना। माया की देखो कितनी पॉम्प है, फैशन वगैरह आगे थोड़ी थे। तो ऐसे जैसे कि ये कलयुगी वैकुंठ पर है, वो है सतयुगी वैकुंठ, ये है कलयुगी वैकुंठ पर। तो कलयुगी वैकुंठ तो खत्म ही होने का है, ये जो पॉम्प है इतनी बड़ी। बाकी ये भी बेचारा ये तो जरूर है, अगर अच्छी तरह से समझ गएगा, मतलब प्रजा में तो आएंगे। तो बाबा कहते हैं ना बहुत शाहूकार बड़े बड़े एकदम, वो जाकर के गरीब प्रजा में बनेंगे। ऐसी ऐसी जो हमारी बुढ़िया मम्माएं हैं और जो बूढ़े बूढ़े बेचारे बच्चे हैं गरीबवान, वो शाहूकार बन जाएंगे। और बाप कहते हैं मैं तो अपने बच्चों से बात करता हूँ, रूहों से बात करता हूँ, रूह ही सुनते हैं इन ऑर्गन्स द्वारा, और रूह के ही बुद्धि में बैठते हैं, कोई शरीर में नहीं बैठते हैं, न रूह के ही बुद्धि में ज्ञान। क्योंकि बाबा कहते हैं मेरे भी तो, मैं भी तो रूह हूँ नहीं, मेरे भी तो ये सारा ज्ञान है नहीं जो इन द्वारा बैठ करके समझाता हूँ। तो आत्मा में है नहीं बच्ची, आत्मा ज्ञान का सागर है नहीं, शरीर तो ज्ञान का सागर नहीं है। तो जैसे आत्मा ज्ञान का सागर है, तैसे तुम आत्माओं को भी ज्ञान का सागर बनाते हैं। ज्ञान का सागर भी बनाते हैं, पौत्रता का सागर भी बनाते हैं, प्यार का सागर भी बनाते हैं, शांति का सागर भी बनाते हैं, और वहां चलेंगे तो सुख का सागर भी बनाते हैं। अच्छा बच्ची बाजा बजा।
सत्य बाप और सतयुग को याद सदा ही रखना। ब्रह्मा वत्सो नई दुनिया का नव निर्माण है करना। दैवी ताज तख्त तुम लेना, दैवी ताज तख्त तुम लेना, बन के तिलकधारी।
मीठे मीठे सिक्के लदे रूहानी बच्चों पे माता पिता बाप दादा का याद प्यार और गुड नाइट।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 15. Smriti Swarup. So today we are starting with our Dadi Gulzarji. So Mera Baba, Waha my Baba and Waha my fortune. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Very happy to see each one of you. I think that you all must have recollected that how when we come in knowledge, we get introduction of Baba, but also because there is always this thought about liberation, mukti. And when we heard about sweet home, that's the stage of liberation. I think everyone likes to know of one's own home. Feels good when you have home, right? I really felt very good because after journey, after this cycle of time, I have to return home. It feel kind of security, in Lokik life also. If people have home, they feel very happy. So I really felt very good. And we know that we have to go home. All the souls have to return home. But home is so beautiful. It's element of light. It's total silence. It's peaceful. Soul experiences liberation. A total silence. So whenever I want to go home with the thought, you can emerge one of the quality. Because when we go home, when I go home, I won't experience the joy of home, right? I won't know. Because soul is incorporeal, right? It's only when soul is in the body that you can experience. So whenever you feel really truly you want to rest, you go home. That's what I do. Very, very powerful. And I emerge totally, totally silence there, peace there, light, freedom. And also my father. And then this incorporeal tree also comes in front. Have you seen your seat where you will be in home? First row, second row, third row. We all are from the deity religion, so we are in the first rows, right? I go and sit close to Baba. So all this has to be practiced now. And it's really, really very, very joyful. I like it. Just go and sit with Baba in home. Just be with Baba in home. It's a beautiful experience. So we know that Didi Man Mohini had this mantra, let us go home now. And I'm sure that when she was leaving her costume, she would have that awareness. That's what I want to have, this awareness. When I'm leaving, I'm going home. Right? So it's very, very significant at confluence age to be aware of one's own home. Actually, we are moving forward. That how dadis, when they heard knowledge, they chain knowledge into understanding, created awareness, and became embodiment. Right? When you look at their faces, you can feel that they are very sensible. They are embodiment of love, embodiment of peace, embodiment of knowledge. Like we say, okay, let's write down points, right? So we keep more in the intellect. But actually, it should become my understanding. In Hindi, they call understanding as samajh. And then you become sensible, samajhdar. Because whatever you are listening, if I believe that it is true, then I am the embodiment of that. I have that awareness all the time. So that it means Smriti Swarup. So Swarup can be very visible from the face, from the features. Roop is your image, so is self-image. So when we look at Dadi, we could immediately feel she's Shanti Swarup. That means she's embodiment of peace. She's embodiment of love. You can see from Swarup also. Swarup is embodiment, but also it's in practical you can see. From their features, from their vibrations, their presence, we feel that virtue. We feel that power. So we have to just check that whatever we're listening is not only for intellect, not to just count on the points, but understanding and then inculcating. And that makes us the embodiment. I know Dadi Gulzar since 1959. I met her first. 1959, she was young. Must be in the 30s or late 20s. And as soon as you look at her, kind of this feelings of love emerges. And of course, it is love towards me as a soul, but her love for Baba. And when there is love for Baba, then you look at everyone with that love. You know? Because when you feel love, then your drishti is loveful, right? So everyone looked at Dadi and She was not even at that time Baba's she was only trans messenger. But as you have heard the story, that she was 9 years old when she came with her mother. And she had naturally faith, love with Baba. And seeing belonging to God as fortune, intoxication and fortune. Some people think that you go to God or spiritual path, maybe you have some sorrow in your life. Maybe you had some problem in your life. But we see it as our fortune. Not because my life was troubled life or with full of problems. No, my life was very good. But we realize it's my fortune. Like you receive other things in fortune, wealth or whatever, family. But here, to meet God is my fortune. I recognize God. So Baba always says, no, say Vaha Baba, Vaha Mera Bhagya, Vaha Baba, and Vaha my fortune. So belonging to Baba is my fortune. Because Baba is the one who is fortune maker. Just imagine one who bestows blessings is my father. So how many blessings I must be receiving? And then most important is that Baba, as soon as he sees us, he wants us to be like him, Bap Saman. I know in Lokik sometimes when it comes to business or other things, all my children should be in the same business, right? But here, I like when Baba comes to make us worthy souls. Worthy souls. Just now you heard Baba's Murli. Baba said, I want you all to become claim kingdom. Everyone should become king and queen. Because in golden age, it's the kingdom where we all are kings and queens. Small kingdom, bigger kingdom. But we all are actually kings and queens. So that royal sanskar, virtues of Shiv Baba. And then how do we know Baba's virtues? I always say that yagya shows Baba's virtue. There is so much love, so much care, hospitality, big heart, generous heart. Generally, in path of bhakti, they create lot of fear from God. He will punish you. He's watching you. No, how children are taught. But we know that God is not only for punishment, but He loves us. I try to explain many times. There are some in other religions, anything wrong they have done, they want to punish themselves. There was one person, he was not eating, not talking. I said, what happened? He said, I am punishing myself. So they always thought God is one who punishes. So there is no question of love. Yes, they create the fear. They create fear, right? But Baba loves us. our Baba God is very loving. Even whatever we have done in body consciousness, Baba says that's karma, you will settle, but you are a soul, you are pure soul, you are peaceful soul. Have you heard any time? Baba saying that you are a sinful soul? Yes, you were. So how, when he comes, he shows us the path, forgives us from past sins. I just felt so pure when I met Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba. Felt so good from inside. Not even for a moment I felt, oh, I'm such a bad child or I'm a sinful soul. No. That's his drishti of love. His drishti, he recognizes us, children, eternally. You all are loveful and peaceful. Children, you are originally, you were full of divine virtues. So Baba has lot of love for us. That is how our dadis, no, they are very loveful. From where their love came. You never heard anyone, dadis or mama, said, this one should be punished, right? In Lokik also, you do something wrong, then children are punished, right? Don't give food, lock him in the room. But here, no, never. I mean, that's the true love. And that brings lot of realizations in us. So I like when Dadi Gulzar always used to mention, is my fortune. Baba has come to make us worthy of worship. Baba has come to make us perfect. Just imagine from so low to so high. So I start with that fortune that God belongs to me and I belong to God. And then further, Baba teaches knowledge, blessings, gives us service to do. So we keep creating fortune. Blessings upon blessings. Right? So Dadi Gulzar is the image. Not only she said this, but when you look at her, you know she is very fortunate because she was very carefree. Never worried about anything. Very carefree. It's not that there were no worries, but she won't worry. It's my fortune. I belong to God. So we also will sing this song, Vaha Baba, Vaha Fortune. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So we will hear more about our Dadi Gulzarji and would like to invite our dear angel sister, Judy. Welcome back.
Thank you, Bhumika. Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar family. It's very nice to be back with you, and especially talking about this amazing elevated soul, Dadi Gulzar. So, Dadi Gulzar, as Mohini said, was a very fortunate soul. Her Lakik mother, who was known as All-Rounder Dadi, encouraged her to give her life to Baba and enrolled her in the Yagya school when she was only 8 or 9 years old. And her part as a trance messenger began to emerge shortly after that. Now, when Brahma Baba left the body in January of 1969, her new role as Baba's chariot opened up. And she fulfilled that role until 2017, winning the love and respect of the entire yajna. So over this week ahead, we'll look at different kinds of inner awareness that Dadi Gulzar embodied that allowed her to become one of the 8 most remarkable souls in the history of the world. Some of the things that we'll hear about are things she herself said, but we'll also listen to things that others who knew her well said about her. Each evening we'll take a different aspect of Smriti Swarup. Tonight, we'll focus on her sense of the intoxication of her fortune. Now, we will only take one focus for our homework from Amrit Vela throughout the day into the evening each day this week, hoping that by focusing on one awareness, you will be able to experience what it feels like to truly embody this awareness. So tonight, intoxication of realizing my fortune. So Dadi said, look at the philosophers of the world. None of them has the fortune that you have of having been chosen by God himself. There are so many people in the world, but Baba chose you. You were searching for him, but he found you, no matter where you were in the world. You may be old in Gyan, but how much have you realized your fortune? There were so many doctors and lawyers and eminent people all around you, even in your family. Yet Baba liked you. Why? What is it about you that made him choose you? Why did he keep his vision on you? I'll tell you. The secret is that last cycle, indeed each and every cycle, it is you who become his child. Just think about it. Every cycle, you will belong to Baba. Every cycle, he will find you. Not that you, who don't even remember where he is, will find him. He loves you. His vision falls on you. Is there anything greater than this? It's very intoxicating. This is not a matter of ego, but of self-respect. Baba has love for each child. It isn't that he has so many children that he can't love them all. No, he loves them all. You may be simple, but for him, each and every child of his is a Mahatma, a great soul. Your work may be ordinary, but whose work are you doing? Whose home are you in? How great is your fortune? Va, my Baba, va, my fortune. It is only when our features and behavior reveal the one who is teaching us that we can call ourselves a teacher. Teaching doesn't happen just at the time of class or while doing service. As delicate times come closer, we won't have time to speak. and people will not have time to listen. Service will be done through the face, through our drishti. Therefore, we need to check if our face and behavior are cheerful, because this is the aim of our study. Attainment needs to be visible on the face, because a smiling face speaks volumes. This is the effort of those who want to become teachers. Does my face reveal the future? Does my stage reflect a golden-aged deity? Remain happy and distribute that happiness. Whoever comes in front of you should become just happy on seeing you. Never lose your happiness. Baba's introduction will happen automatically as people see the way you live your life. So let's see a video clip of Dadi Gulzar.
तो हमें बाबा ने क्या देखा जो अपना बना दिया? आपको पता है आप में क्या भगवान ने देखा जो आपको अपना बना दिया? इतने आपके देश में रहते हैं, आपको ही क्यों बाबा ने अपना बनाया? क्या देखा आप में? पता है? हाँ? जानते हैं क्या देखा? बाबा ने देखा तो ये तो मेरी हर कल्प मेरे बनने वाली है, मेरी है, ये तो मेरे को जानने वाली है, कितने बार मेरी बन चुकी है, अभी भूल गई है, इसलिए बाबा ने ढूंढ के देखा, हाँ ये यही विशेष आत्मा है। और बाबा ने पहचान लिया और अपना बना लिया। बन गए ना, बनने गई ना बाबा की, बने? कान तो हिलाओ। बन गए बाबा के, बस बाबा ने हमको पसंद किया है। देखो यही सिर्फ नशा रखो ना। कोई कोई कहते हैं मेरे में कोई विशेषता दिखाई नहीं देती है। बाबा कहता है विशेष आत्माएं हो, लेकिन मुझे अपने में दिखाई नहीं देती है। अरे सबसे बड़ी विशेषता आप सब में है। वो क्या है? आपने भगवान को तो पहचान लिया। जिसने भगवान को पहचान लिया मेरा है, ये विशेषता कम है क्या? है ना विशेषता ये सब की? है? हाथ उठाओ जिसमें ये विशेषता भी नहीं है भगवान को पहचानने की। वो तो नहीं है ना, पहचान लिया ना। ये जो बेचारे वीवीआईपी जो भी है धक्के खाते रहते हैं, वो नहीं पहचान सकते। आत्माएं नहीं पहचान सके, धर्म पिताएं बेचारे नहीं पहचान सके। आपने पहचान लिया। ये विशेषता कम है? विशेष आत्मा हो ना, तो ये विशेषता भी याद करो। अच्छा मेरे में और कुछ भी नहीं है, ये विशेषता तो है जो मैंने बाबा को पहचान लिया। ये विशेषता भी याद करो तो भी खुश रहे। ये विशेषता नहीं भूलो। बाबा ने कहा ना, यानी भगवान की नजर मेरे ऊपर ही पड़ी। आपके मोहल्ले में कितने लोग रहते होंगे, इतने क्वार्टर होंगे, क्या होंगे, जो भी होंगे, मकान होंगे, इतने सारे होते हुए आपके ऊपर नजर क्यों पड़ी? मेरे ऊपर भगवान की नजर पड़ गई कम हूं क्या मैं? ये विशेषता अपनी याद करो। भगवान ने मुझे पसंद कर दिया बस, और दुनिया करे नहीं करे, भगवान ने तो मुझे पसंद किया। तो ये कोई कम है? जिसके ऊपर भगवान की नजर पड़ गई वो तो माला माल है। इसलिए इस विशेषता से अपने को बाबा ने मुझे विशेष आत्मा बना दिया। इसी खुशी में रहो।
So you should be feeling quite intoxicated now, right? God has chosen you. God saw that you were the special one and chose you. So I'm going to talk about tomorrow's homework, and then I'm going to remind you about tonight. So tomorrow, all day long, from Amrit Vela, all day during traffic controls, right into the evening and before you go to bed, the awareness inside your heart is, out of all the souls in the world, Baba chose me. Va, my Baba, va, my fortune. Now I'm reminding you that tonight is the last evening of your reflection from the week on Didi Man Mohini. And so tonight, when you're reflecting, you're going to be thinking, I spent the day with Baba in the subtle region. I experienced the avyakt feeling of equality in love and power. So that's your reflection tonight. But then all day tomorrow, you are intoxicated because of your feeling that God chose you. Now, for the next 5 minutes, let's hold that powerful thought that we've been chosen by God, and how intoxicating that is, how wonderful our fortune is. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you. That was beautiful. So, want to stay in this remembrance of Baba, and we'll continue a little bit more meditation with Mohini Didi.
Last line is, you have showered blessings on me. Shower of blessings. So we are fortunate, very fortunate. Okay, Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Good night.